Hello, welcome back to Toffee TV. It is transfer deadline day. We have got people in the studio. We're going to be going over to them in a minute. I want you all to have your phones and be like, oh, sorry, it was just an agent telling me. Go full Sky Sport knobhead day. But there we go, there's John Blaine, and we also have Mike and Whittle's version of George Clooney in the studio. Pedro, since we were together on Toffee TV before, Neil Maupay has arrived at Brentford for his medical.
Get your bits out.
I mean, all that aside, that one come a little bit left field. I believe there was 2 clubs in France taking him today. That's where I thought he was going to go, but Brentford have nicked in and gone, hey lad, come back where it all started.
Well, just to check my phone, an ex-England player has just messaged me.
Oh yeah,
ex-England internationals messaged me saying, "Don't Brentford do stats?"
But there you go.
That's all I'm going to say.
There you go. So maybe his stats are better than what we've seen. Then maybe that's what the point of that is. What do you think? Have we been missing the point with Neil Maupay? Is it stats we should have been looking at? No, I'm asking you.
Maybe. No, I don't know. Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe he shoots the way they play. Maybe there's a player in there who we haven't seen because of the ridiculous nature of how we've been playing him.
Yeah.
Simple as that, really.
Fair play.
You know, maybe he's a player who can play in a 2 or
they have got Ivan Toney's missing till January, haven't they? They've got Brian.
Do you think he's ever playing for them again?
No, I doubt it. I doubt it, to be honest. So they're obviously looking just for different types of different profiles now, aren't they, in their team and stuff. Fair enough. It'd be a good move for Maupay, obviously. Goes back to where it all began for him in England.
I think what it means, though, I think what it does mean if Maupay's gone, Iwobi completes his deal, and Cannon, that Everton simply have to bring somebody.
I was going to say that. I think it's more. Yeah, it's at least 2 that Everton have to bring in, at least 2 now, and this is making it. I think what it does is in the past when we've done these quite a lot, and we've had these conversations and gone, Everton will bring in a couple today, or Everton are hoping to bring at least 1 in. But we've also always, a lot of the times we've done it has been from a position of hope, but without fully knowing whether there's going to be any cash available. But there clearly is now. Yeah. Tom Cannon and Alex Iwobi's 30 million or near enough, close to that. Obviously, Maupay will just be a loan fee, whatever. So there is a pot of money available. There's lots of stuff flying around about the likes of non-so and all that. Like you said, when we were first on, I just don't see that happening. But who knows? Money changes things, obviously. But you're right. I think Everton need at least 2 in, just because Maupay's in the squad. Whether people like him or not, he's in the squad and being on the pitch. Iwobi's started games. Cannon's been on the bench. So there's 3 players who have in Everton's squad. And
obviously Gomez could go today, Gbamin could go today, and obviously we haven't seen anything of him. But I just think from a squad point of view, Everton need to bring in players today. It's a great opportunity with the players we've got rid of to bring people in. And I think Alan Irwin said on Sky that it could be very busy late on.
Yeah.
So Everton are obviously trying to do deals as we speak, but they've got to try and get a couple over the line. Otherwise, again, you're going to have a lot of very unhappy people. Because
which would be a shame, because Everton recruitment so far, given the restrictions, if you like, has been quite well thought out and quite well. But they've got players in, I think, who will make a difference. Chimitis is obviously a slow burner, but Dan Hume, I think, is a decent sign. I think Jack Harrison is. I think Beto is exactly what we need. Ashley Young covers a few positions. If it was to end now with Everton not bringing at least another couple in, I think people would look at the window differently because of the people who've gone out.
Well, it's not
the cash.
It's not. By the way, it's not this is not like one of those where we should be buying. It's deadline day, or you're afraid of missing out.
No,
everyone's buying. Everyone's improving their squad. Yeah. Like, it's not a case of like everyone who was better than us last season is improving their squad. That means we have to improve ours, and it's as simple as that. You know, it's great saying, well, we signed this player and that signed that player. If everyone else improves, you have to improve with them.
Absolutely.
And we have to bring in a couple today, no matter what.
Definitely. Corey Bell thanks for the super chat. You haven't given me a comment. Please put a comment in. So if you're just enjoying life, brilliant. Hello, Corey. Hope you're well. Yeah. So we'll see. Princey says, any news on Damari Gray? No.
No, there's nothing at the moment, is
there? Ross says, afternoon, lads, from sunny Cyprus. If we got Nonso over the line, I think we've had a good transfer window, considering where we are. Jonathan says, instead of spending 30 million on a winger, on a winger, would it not be best to look for players at 7 million like Elvedi, Martinez? But Borges is gone, but depends how many of them you can get done today, doesn't it? Makes sense.
As well.
Obviously, wages there as well. Calvin Phillips, Eric Dyer and an attacker will be a great end to the window, says Derek Polahonky. Could Everton have a end to the window like 2013 Roberto Martinez end, where they brought in 3 players who went into Everton's first team, albeit 2 of them on loan, like. Or could they have a Rubino style where there's a takeover announced and a big Mo Salah signing later on, something like that?
Well, we kid someone and tell them that we're based in London.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, Everton's based in London, lad.
Ben Seki thought Villa was based in London when he went there. He famously
just get a couple of players in that we need. Get a couple of good players in that we need.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. We'll see what happens, eh? We'll see what happens. Okay, this is Everton Viking on the comparison reason for Nonso, I think, maybe. Cole Palmer, £50 million. Kevin Schade, 25. Brennan Johnson, 50. Alanga, 17. Iwobi, 22. Barnes, 44. Doku, 60. St. Maxim, 32. Hamid Traore, 25. Alex Scott, 25. Now, has there been some good deals in the Prem? Sure, but not many. I think some perspective needs to be had over transfer fees regards to potential signings. Nonso, Sulemana, anyone. A few of those players on that list have more goals than Nonso career-wise. Most of them have more goals than Sulemana, but the gap in talent isn't as big, being worth less than them. For example, Nonso is younger than everyone on that list and is now an established international who can play in 3 positions. Sulemana can play on either flank. I don't want to see us getting ripped off either, but unfortunately we have to accept the prices in this market are inflated. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of sense in that. And maybe I'm wrong looking at it going 35 million for him. I don't know.
The market's been massively overinflated by the Saudi deals. It's as simple as that, isn't it? Everyone's got more money this summer, or certainly that money's filtering down. You look at Fulham selling Mitrovic, so they're suddenly playing in the ballpark for a lot of good talent. Obviously, Liverpool have got loads of money out of it. There's just it's filtering all the way around the league, isn't it? People coming in, people are asking for bigger prices because older players are going to over there they're getting big price for it. So the prices certainly this summer are just massively overinflated. Will that continue into January or next summer? Well, I suppose it depends whether they're still overinflating the prices they buy players for, or whether it'll settle down. I don't know, but the market's just stupid. Some of the prices from the players, bang average players.
Yeah, it is mad. Few people saying it's been reported the Nonso talks have stopped now. Okay, let's move on then. There's others there. Let's go and get them. Olive Grover states is working from home with COVID. Hope you're all right, mate. Shuffling between the home office and the front room with you guys on the TV and the laptop echoing around the house. 3 more in today, fingers crossed. Absolutely. Some people saying surprised Everton players haven't gone to Saudi. Well, Damari Gray was one that looked like he was going to Saudi, didn't he? But that hasn't happened so far. He'll have to, won't he? He's Everton's player. He's under contract. No. Well, it's caused by the manager. Let's go to the lads in the studio, because obviously we've waffled on enough. So far, obviously, we're concentrating on outs right now. John, let's come to you first. we've seen Alex Iwobi, he's off to Fulham. Tom Cannon's off to Leicester. Neil Maupay off to Brentford. The talk of Gomez and Gabaman leaving as well today. Certainly from a financial aspect, you would have thought that those deals will potentially give Everton that little bit of freedom to maybe get a couple of their deals over the line, the ones they want to bring in.
Depends what the deals are, doesn't it? Well, it really
Bloody
does.
hell, John, full of the joys already. Go on.
It really does. You know, if we sell a Iwobi for X, 20 mil or something, and we get 5 million today, we're not going to buy anyone who wants more than 5 million today, are we?
No, but you would have thought the way deals are constructed that a lot of teams do kind of take.
I think that's why
down payments.
Yeah, absolutely. And things that teams want, whatever time it is now.
3:15.
3 in the afternoon, will change it 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And lots of loan deals are going to happen, aren't they? Because people want to get the wages off the bill.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing with us. The football club's challenges are all around cash flow, really.
Yeah.
And getting wages out the door, which is all them will do, helps cash flow.
Yeah.
Clearly, the transfer fee, if we get one, will help the P&L.
Yeah.
And you were talking about that briefly yesterday on the live, weren't you? When you were explaining that selling a Iwobi for 20 million, if you bought him for 30 and people think, oh, we've sold him for less. Yeah. But if he's on the books at 12, then you've got an FFP, a profit and loss, profit and sustainability, those sort of things. You get all upside on that.
Yeah.
The creativity bit is actually the director of football doing his job and getting players who want to come.
Yeah.
I don't think they're necessarily in this marketplace, particularly if they hold their nerve, are going to struggle to get players, which is why I think you're right. If you say we get to the end of the window and there's no more coming who've come in, then the story we're going to hear from the club is the players who are going to add value to the squad were not available. Yeah. Now, a question that might go back then at the director of football or the manager, he normally supposed to has to front it, isn't he? Is, but you still need numbers. Because if you get an injury, you get a suspension, you get maybe there's an international tournament in January, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. You've got to have bodies. Yeah. And this manager, I nearly said current manager then, probably true that, isn't it? Yeah. Current manager. But this manager has not shown any enthusiasm for developing the youngsters and if you like, padding out the squad and therefore the bench with less experienced players. So, yeah, it's got to be all about how it hangs together. But, of course, those going out, and it plays the natural narrative of sell to buy, doesn't it? But the other thing is, I think that the manager and the director of football almost certainly are well aware that we're thin on numbers. So agreeing deals to go out presumably means we're very close, if not already, have agreed deals to come in. Yeah.
That's what
just because all the not in the nose, that needs to be a new thing, doesn't it? Not in the nose. All the Nick K's, that's the way you'd say it, isn't it? Nick K. Yeah. all the Nick K's don't know about it because they're not in the know at all, are they? So I think stuff's probably going on as we speak, and certainly, even though we say we've sold Iwobi, it's not done. So you can see that thing where you're Iwobi, you're in London somewhere, waiting for a little green light to go on that says up in Liverpool or whatever the inbound has done. They're both hovering with pens over pieces of paper. And you can sign yours because they've signed theirs. I think a lot of that will go on, which is why it's going to be hilarious towards the end, isn't it? You know, the TV and us, stuff's going to be happening like that. Deals on, deals off, deals on, deals off. Yeah. Because if there's all that domino effect stuff going on, then you only need one of the dominoes to fail to fall and everything behind it doesn't happen. You have to change it then, don't you?
I also think you'll get Saudi unsettling a lot of teams late on as well.
I think they unsettle already because there's always that thought that maybe they'll come and double the money or something or offer a lot more. And of course, they're being very disruptive with Liverpool. But at what point does Liverpool have to say, you know what, this is crazy? Just say yes. And I heard what you said on the previous live where you were talking about their ambitions are all around Champions League and stuff like that. But ultimately, they're owned by an investment group and it's all about money. And there will come a crossover point where even if they won the Champions League with Salah, they wouldn't get as much money if they sell him.
Well, Dyche said that about Iwobi, didn't he? He said there's a business decision to be made.
Absolutely. And you have to balance the two, right? And it is important that plan the dive, you know, and then dive the plan. And, you know, back to every director of football, and Branch was quite Branch, you know, Brands was quite, caught that from you, was quite keen, wasn't he, to make it clear that if someone offers more than our valuation, they go.
Yeah.
And that's a very pragmatic business decision. One that you've made when it's not all this mad emotion stuff. Yeah. So if we've decided before the window even opened, if anyone offers more than 20 for Alex, we'll let him go.
Yeah.
Mike, obviously without listening to what John said there, but just looking at it on face value, the fact that Everton have seemed to be allowing 3 attacking players out the door, which they do, all 3 of them were in the squad against Fulham and Aston Villa till Iwobi got injured. The other 2 were in the squad at the weekend. One of them played the other night, come on as a sub. Right. All 3 of them have gone out the door. Does that give you a little bit of hope that Everton do have things waiting to come in the door, or are you still looking at it and sort of saying, well, I've been here before and thinking Everton must be doing something because we need it? Do you know what I mean? Is there a confidence that this time there is a couple, like John said, waiting for that button to be pressed to go, in you come son?
There's definitely confidence that I think we'll get a couple over the line. There's obviously all that trepidation that it won't. That's just historical as well, isn't it, from being banned previously? But like John said, with the move, so many moving parts involved in the deals, things can certainly go wrong. But I'm confident that they'll get stuff over the line. Certainly with loan deals that they've got, loan spaces they've still got available.
How many have we got left?
3.
3,
yeah,
still 3.
One domestic, 2 European.
Yeah.
Well, you've got 6 European left.
Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah.
So no limit really.
No.
Yeah.
So I think getting in terms of bodies across the line won't be an issue. But in terms of the players outgoing, fundamentally, Neil Maupay, we've already replaced him, haven't we, with Chimity?
Yeah.
In terms of in the squad, so he's he's your third choice striker, isn't he? Effectively, so he's already been replaced, in my opinion.
That's why Cannon's gone.
Yeah. So I can't really see that affecting the squad in terms of a body having to come in from Maupay or set the requirements effectively. Alex Iwobi, basically in this day and age now, he's refused to sign a contract. Yeah. He's out of contract in the summer. He's currently injured, and you're getting offered a good chunk of money and getting wages off the bill. Again, even if the replacement didn't come in, would it be something that you probably need to do? I think as a football club, they probably need to. These are the type of deals they need to start doing. And Damari Gray's not been involved, has he? So effectively, a lot of conversations go on with a lot of Evertonians. We don't even think of him anymore. He's not even involved in it.
Is he? A share number?
Yeah. So from my perspective, he's already gone in my head.
Got it.
So realistically, I think the deals outgoing all make sense. They're all good deals for Everton and for the players involved. And then hopefully, like I say, a couple of incomings. But what I don't want to see is just the bodies thing, though. Really, no. I would like to see players that are coming in challenging for the starting 11 place, or if not going straight into the starting 11, and then improving the bench quality. Because since this 5 sub rule, Everton have not been able to utilise it though, and it's a big, massive part of the game changing, whereby those 5 subs can make it. Well, we've been victim of it in the 2 home games. The two teams we've played have managed to bring players onto the pitch to affect the game, and walk away with 3 points that they didn't necessarily deserve, based on the fact that they had different options on the bench.
Look at the other night, we made 3 subs and it changed the game.
Absolutely.
By bringing better one.
And I think the first 2 home Premier League games, if you looked at the bench, there were no options. There were, honestly, I felt a little bit. Sorry for Dice, because obviously he is what it is, but I felt sort of he's limited with those options. So
you can't leave dead legs on the pitch.
That absolutely,
and he does,
and not when the opposition are freshening theirs up. Yeah. And so if we can get to the situation where you turn into the bench and you've got a Dominic Calvert-Lewin on it, you might have a Jack Harrison potentially on it, or Chimity on it, and so on and so forth. Then that's the place where we need to be. And realistically, as we know, you never have a fully fit squad. It's not going to happen. So I'd like to see, in an ideal world, I'd like to see 3 come in by the end of the day. Realistically, I think the couple will come in. And that's...
Yeah, fair play. Fair. Steve, anything on that, the confidence-wise? Was you the same thinking or what?
Yeah, like Mike said, I can understand the fan base getting a bit twitchy due to, obviously, last season when we sold an attacking player and didn't replace him with anyone. And it nearly cost us our Premier League status by doing that, really. So I do get it. I get the anxiety with the fan base, and I get fans worrying. But I think 3's probably being greedy. I think we'd probably get 2 through the door before the end of the window.
We having a sweep then?
So I just think 2 think they need. I think 2 would be a good.
I think it'll be 2.
Well, we said. I think I spoke to Baz at the start of the window. I said if we could get 6 players in this window, it puts us up in with a chance of being okay this season.
Baz has been saying that for weeks, hasn't he?
That's all. But yeah, and I think he's right.
Yeah.
But would that have been with the Wobie going?
Yeah, probably, because I think Ped said about Iwobi leaving it early in the window. I think Ped mentioned it a few times.
We're always right here on Toffee TV.
No, but I just think it's the right business decision for him to leave the club.
No, it is.
absolutely,
It is.
He's 22 million for a player who's, what is he, nearly 28 in March next year. But
And they're all heavy wage people.
he's got big wages. He wanted big wages from all accounts as well. Has he earned those big wages? Probably not. And he's going to go back to where he's there after the time when he's got a day off. Back in London, where his family are, his friends are.
Yeah.
And good luck to the lad. I've got good on him. See you later.
Fair play. Fair play. Wolves trying to get Boulay there.
Yeah,
He was
see,
obviously an early window target for Everton. Clive says we need a centre back up as can't rely on Keane and Godfrey. Interesting one. Interesting one. Adam says I once asked the previous show if Dwight could do a job in the middle. The answer I got was a resounding no. I think as an 8. I don't think I'm just sitting off, but I think as a number 80 potentially. Is it ideal? Nothing Danjuma centrally behind Beto, maybe, but I'd want a more. Not even dynamic. Danjuma's dynamic.
Vertical.
He's too vertical.
No, but I think it's the role.
Outstanding sort of guy, though, isn't
The role where you're playing is, I think, what you're looking at. I don't know. I think he was a centre midfielder, Dwight McNeil, when he started. We'll see. I'd like someone who's got that ability to play in there and get up and down, and add other stuff to it. And I think Everton are looking at that as well at the moment. So let's see where we go with it, because obviously it'll be changed.
Everton had a £25.7 million bid rejected for Nonto last night, short of the £30 million valuation. Everton not willing to go any higher.
That's the guy from the BBC, isn't it?
So
I think who's reporting that.
If they said 30 million,
yeah. Move on.
Weeks ago, wasn't it? They said that.
Move on and go and get whoever else you've got on your list.
Mark says COVID rates are high. Bring lockdown football again. We were decent away from home. Fair enough. Yeah, it's a bit early for the Everton chocolate 11.
Yeah,
isn't it? I mean, some of them are quite good actually, but it's a bit early. Keep that and come back later when we need that content. Is it one? Yeah, it is one of them. Candy Hinchcliffe. Okay. You know, that's not too bad. That's not Milky Way. Milky Wayne Rooney. That's not bad either.
Don't say anymore.
No, keep them.
Only 3:15.
We don't want to go in too soon, do we? Everton Viking wants Gonzo.
Yes.
Gonzo.
Yes, thank you.
Play the music.
But there's plenty of players out there. I want someone we can make money on, and that's a high ceiling. I think we need a centre mid and defensive cover too. It's possible. No, there's definitely players that Everton can do the job with. There's 7.5 hours to go, loads of time. If Fed says we're just thinning the squad out, opens the door perfectly to sign another goalkeeper so we can have 3 on the bench.
That's factual.
That's a bold move from Dykes.
Factual.
It's a bold move from
AC Milan
Dykes.
just put a bid in for Daka from Leicester.
Yeah, Patson. Well, they want him out now. Big Tom Cannon's gone into replace him.
That'll free up Origi.
Paul Gold says Johnson to Spurs, Richarlison to Everton.
Imagine.
Why not?
Dream.
I don't want him, he doesn't score goals.
Plays on the right though, doesn't he? Toffee TV drinking game. When John says dive the plan, you have to have a drink. I'm drunk now.
If you have a coffee, you'd do.
Yeah.
Let's just
Don't get anything. You used to, didn't you?
get all the players in. That's the way to do it. It's a bold strategy.
That's the not Forest approach. Just buy everything.
Yeah, just get everyone and just go. We'll see what happens.
Burnley have just signed that left back from Chelsea for 31 million.
Burnley. Wow.
Which one?
Maatson,
They've just signed Maatson.
31 million agreed.
31 million.
31 and a half million. That's now. What is it? R3. And there's deals like that just being made now.
Yeah.
So, like John said before, could see some
Craziness
around
stuff.
9 o'clockish tonight.
Yeah, there's loads of deals, 10 deals, and it's amazing, isn't it, that these football clubs that haggle for 3 months can get deals done in an hour when the time's against
Get
them.
medicals done.
You know, medical.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've agreed the deal. The medical will be done tomorrow, but we've agreed the deal and all that.
31 million.
It's this
mad.
is the kind of stuff that happens, and it could be mad. So, Aston Villa youngster Caleb Chukwuemeka could become a free agent. Yeah, brother of the kid that's gone to
When are we
Chelsea.
getting Big Rob Holding in anyway?
He's gone.
Gone to Palace, Rob Holding.
4 million.
Ruined it.
4 million.
Ruined the dream.
We can't even get Andy Carroll because he's signed for French.
Still got Eric Dyer. Big Eric.
Eric Dyer makes sense.
Well, I'm on Big Eric. Later.
Bring them all.
Oh, it's a loan. Matson's showing Burnley on loan.
Saying 31 million there.
Chelsea have included an obligation of 31 and a half plus add-ons.
That'd me off.
So it'll be mad if they get relegated.
Probably
Phil Coutinho is heading for the exit door at Aston Villa. Saudi Arabia.
Did he have an exit door?
Villa have got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emery, it's one of the first
Next
things.
to
he
the
does.
window.
Yeah, just said we want the exit door in.
BBC is saying Everton aren't willing to go any higher than the fee.
They're all guessing.
Fair play
one
to
of
them then. We'll move on then. Don't sit there going, we're not going anywhere.
No, I agree, mate.
And Suleimana's like that, lads, where you just press the button. And
Spinning plates.
Yeah, absolutely. Calvin Phillips is waiting for the call on from Everton.
Go and get him.
100%. That's the literally. He's literally.
I'd have him over a winger.
The bell is keeps getting his phone, keeps ringing. He's going, is it Everton? He's just sat there waiting for it. Waiting. Getting that. Once I get
What if it is Everton, but it's come up on his phone?
as
Spam. Potential spam. Because all
No
the
caller
agents have
ID.
told all the players that if Everton ever ring you, it's spam.
But he's one of those players, isn't he, which everyone expects to move, and yet there's very little being said.
Yeah.
There's no in the nose going, oh, he's going here or he's going there. Really.
Yeah, but it just depends if people are keeping it quiet. It's easier to keep quiet today
That's what I mean.
because if you're an agent, you're like, listen, we want this deal to go through. If you're a club saying, listen, this goes out, we're moving on to a different target.
Yeah, you behave.
Everyone has to behave today.
That's right.
That's the thing, and that's why
I
you
think
will
it's
get
almost
money.
like too fast moving today, isn't there? There's too much going on.
There is a lot going on.
Because every club's doing something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Usually it's not.
Yeah.
Usually it's the bottom half clubs doing it.
Well, it's the panic, but everyone is panicking, aren't they? So that's where it's up to, isn't it? Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. There is 7.5 hours left of the transfer window. Everton are getting people's out. But
In preparation.
in preparation.
That's the way I'm
Clearing
looking at
that
it.
back. Lockers are being cleared as we speak.
This
This
is literally the bit when you have an operation and they shave round you. This is that bit.
This is that bit.
This
now.
is that bit.
Fair
We're
play.
shaving
What sort of
round.
operations have you had?
Fair play.
Well, you know, I had to get it
Needs
made
must.
smaller.
Needs must, John. Needs must. Chris says Cancelo's still
And we all
available.
ignored it because we knew that wasn't true.
No way of knowing, John. It's the beauty.
John says
Total
Sinistera.
reduction is,
Sinistera won't be cheaper than Nonso. He's twice the player of Nonso.
He would be.
He is cheaper though, apparently.
he's older as well.
Yeah.
Age, preparedness of the club to get rid of
Eden
him.
Hazard's available.
All effect price. Don't
On
Hasn't he
free.
retired?
He's retired, isn't he?
Just
Yeah,
get him back.
retired,
He's on
yeah.
a free. Just get him in. Just go, lad. Just come and kick a ball for a bit.
I don't know. I think that's the problem he's having
Yeah.
trouble with, is the kicking the
It's
ball
the
part.
kicking, yeah.
Having a real...
Kevin Murphy says Everton sending carrier pigeons to sort out transfers.
They would, but Ned keeps on punching them as they're going down the road. Ned's destroyed our transfer business.
That's it. Blue Steel says, all right, lads, tuning in all the way from Tokyo on me holidays, chilling on a balcony and with a lovely Japanese beer. That is all. Keep me updated,
Nice.
as always. Great content. Let us know where you're watching from. Let's do a little bit of that as we move
Yeah,
in.
keep it track, Ned.
Toffee Boy's fuming because there's over 2,000 watching. Get the likes up, he said, right now. There you go. His words, not mine. Not mine. and get the subscriptions up as well. Why not? Because nothing takes you a second. Yeah, I think it's defo gonna be later on. Everything's gonna be moving faster. I think.
After the
I
Chinese,
think we need to have an early tea.
When I'm having food, yeah, then we go then. Yeah, Lenson's watching from New York City. Got Sydney, Australia, closely in Australia.
I like it, mate.
Trilos watching from the Costa del Sol.
Good.
Scott's from upstate New York. John Jones, Bangkok. Neil, Barcelona. Matt, greetings from Red Deer, Alberta, Canada.
Oh,
Is
nice.
Right.
Nice.
Williams watching from San Marcos in Texas. Buzzkiller Devon. Rich from Boston.
Nice.
Jack, London Road, Liverpool. Is right, Jack. Paddy from Ibiza. Is that gone?
Jealous.
Ken's watching from Two Dogs. Austin, Melbourne. Josh, Ontario. Robert Jones, Calabria in Italy. Durham, North Carolina is Crumpelong, USA. Scott's at Toffee TV is global. It is. Peter's watching from Chicago. Tony just tuned in from Chicago.
Chicago, Tony.
It might be Chicago, Tony. No, I don't think it is. I've seen Shanghai, Somerset, Philippines. Rochester is Justin. Johnny from Devon. C from Llandudno waiting for Ned to come down and clear the seagull population.
Leave them all out.
You were watching from
I reckon
the Canaries.
we should do that as a video, right? This would be a great video. Mate, film Ned going into a chippy. Comes out with some chips and then just stands there and just see what happens.
Jeez, if the
It would be
seagulls take him
amazing.
on,
It would just be amazing.
Celtic Faith from Longford in Ireland. Roy from France. Saved and Sent Ministries watching from the Canaries by the pool. Samuel watching from Milton Keynes. Derek, Hong Kong. Noah, Philadelphia. Gudgeon from Odense in Denmark. Frank from Ireland. Nathan in Perth. Gibino, Super Wisconsin via the Wirral. Steve probably knows, yeah. Andy from Summit. James from Skegness. Blue Fire Sanders from Rotherham. We've got Ariel from Honduras. Corey from New Zealand. Kingsley from Cagluli in Western Australia. Jamie's watching from the side of a lake in France.
You have to say
Lee McMahon, hey gents, I'm watching from Beekbergen in the Netherlands. Mountain Goats in Runcorn, JK Africa. Danny St. Helens, Joshua from Guernsey, Gordon Shanghai, Stephen from Helsinki, Ollie from Morecambe, Turner St. Remain from Brooklyn, New York, Gary from Bridgewater, Somerset, Dartmouth. Is Wanderlust. John Black from Nan Imo, Vancouver Island. Nice. Average Everton fan from Biscarrosse in France. Ryan from Dirty Leeds. Go and have a word with Leeds and say, listen, make your decision. Non so us in the stair but by 4 o'clock.
Get the team button.
The like button's been smashed. George is in Chester. Cheshire from Baby Stingray. Everton Luke from the sunny tropical place called Moscroft. It's right, lad. Nice. James from Sydney. Joe from Skem. Jonah from Crocky. Lewis from Albufeira in Portugal. Michael Dublin. There's a lot. Listen, is it everywhere? Alex in Rill. Where's that super chat just flew past me? Don't know where it's gone as it come up. Yeah. People are basically watching from everywhere. And it's tremendous.
Al Etihad think Salah Saudi move inevitable.
This window though,
full Thanos. They believe it's gonna.
I've heard they're coming in for Mac Messi.
Don't come there, Mac Messi.
I've already had
one of my heroes going to Wobie. I can't take up Mac Messi going.
Great Wobie and Mac Messi in one window.
I'm mad in it. Swanky's watching Heighton.
Next it'll be
4 of 4 in Knoxville,
Maldini.
Tennessee. Tremendous. The Granada Caribbean is chicken lip. It's just too many.
What is it? Not Newcastle. Man United.
Ned, what's happening with this? I can't find the super chat.
Go on.
For a Man
I've just got
Right.
right.
Screen.
I'm
That's
there.
I'm a
fine.
Liverpool fan, that's why.
Going on to the live. You go and read. You should have it there.
Mine's died because you've got the
Take
João
the
Felix
power.
in Barcelona.
Barca,
Power
yeah.
like thing he suggested.
João Felix going to Barcelona.
We won't be replacing Salah.
João Felix. Well, he's been waiting, hasn't he?
He's just landed.
He's landed in Barca, ready to go.
Freed a slot up, have they, to put him
Yeah.
If you like that, Barca, can we get someone out? Jack
Maybe
on
it's
WhatsApp,
Fatty's
not
one.
even super chat. Yeah, Jack, things will happen. Things will happen. David Murray says Iwobi out for 22 million is great business. Part of the team that's averaged less than a point a game for the last 2 seasons.
All I can hear is Ned just
Giggling.
giving chocolates and suggestions.
Just ignore him.
He just keeps
Ignore him.
with-
Corey on the super chat, thank you, Corey from New Zealand, says, does it blow your guys' mind the reach you have from around the world? It is mad. It's mad when you see all of those places that people are watching from. It's absolutely mad. And I'm talking like Crocky and Heighton and Runcorn. It's incredible. Well, now it is, to be fair. Blue Toffee in
This is quite a
Plymouth.
good one.
You know,
Honduras.
things like that.
Very good.
Benji in sunny Warrington. Scargreep in New York.
Benjamin
Harold in
no
Montreal.
contract.
Steve from Swansea. You know, Craig from Somerset.
Yeah.
Luke in Dubai. You know, there's so many different places.
In the big
Philippines.
The Craig
There you go.
locked in the Big
Where?
Brother house.
You know,
Yeah, it is. It's incredible, mate, the amount of
never been, yeah.
different places that people watch from.
Quite as mad
So,
as
yeah.
India.
Absolutely
It's
tremendous. Keith on the super
Delhi.
chat, thanks Keith,
Yeah.
says watching from the mountains in New
Nice to know.
Jersey.
Nice.
Very
Keep them
important.
updates coming.
Woodward.
Nice one, Keith. Thank you very
Right,
much,
about
mate,
1,000
for
people out
the super chat. We often say super chats are tremendous,
Chennai,
but
Pune,
become a premium member
Delhi,
because it's better value for you.
Basic Trig
There
says
you go.
we formulated the Ned challenge. Ned has to buy some donuts and 2 ice creams and make it to the end of Ladno Pier and back without running.
That's a good one, then.
That would be good. That
like
would be good.
What's it called? Takashi's Castle, isn't it?
Right.
A bit like that.
Break.
Do you think he could make it though?
I don't think Ned could walk down the street normally with those items in his hand.
I don't even think he could make it to
There's a
London.
couple of seagulls that are out here. The mum and the baby. He couldn't make it to your car.
You'd eat the seagulls.
just eat the chip.
But that's not the, that's a it's called a challenge for a reason.
Brentford, innit?
Sheffield United.
Why
Is
are
it?
you
Oh, yeah.
why are you
Definitely.
why are
Saw
you
the badge in
killing
background there.
seagulls?
I know.
Make his debut.
There was no aggression was needed. That. Roy's watching from Buriram, Thailand. Great show,
Tom
guys.
Davis.
He can't
And
play, can he?
Basic Trig says shout out for the Runcorn Swan Massive. You've got it. Sam from Northwich. We've got Toffee Eric from Hong Kong. Absolutely. Ryan's watching in miserable Kent.
Is that a place or
Okay, I don't
is
know.
this just a state of mind?
Might be a state of mind. Chicken Lip says the funny fact is 140,000 population in Grenada,
Yeah.
and I'm the only Everton fan.
Where's that?
Grenada in the Grenada in the
Okay.
Caribbean.
Lucy Meacock lived there.
Did she?
Then it should have been right. It should have been right up your street. Then
Con's
shouldn't it?
watching from Lark Lane.
Is he?
Right.
Is Sean Dyche there having a bevy?
Dice is in Marantos like that. Just give us a ring every now and again. Tell me if we've got anyone. Before I get off to Vincenzo's on Walton Road.
Thanks, Kev. Thank you, Kevin.
And Basic Trig says, no way is Ned killing a landlord no seagull.
Of course he's
There's not a
Ned
chance.
doesn't understand. Ned
would.
doesn't
A landlord
understand.
no seagull could pick you up and fly off with you.
It wouldn't.
Ned, they're like, have you seen Jurassic Park 3?
I'd spark them out as
You
well.
spark what out?
Pterodactyl.
Why do you want to fight with
Why
animals?
do you
or
want
things?
You're supposed to be a lover of
I know.
animals.
I had a dream last night that my
Do you go to
that
Chester
my-
at Zoo to just make yourself feel hard?
I had a dream last night.
It's like that to the lion. Come ahead, lad.
I
Come
genuinely
ahead.
had a dream last night that I came home.
Oh, my back, Cam. Oh, my
And
back.
there was-
Cam's like, Cam got hold of a baby.
Ned,
lad.
I've told you this. Ned is that. Then you see them like that. But never throw a dig, but they just bounce like that. That's Ned to the lion's cage. Come ahead. Come ahead. Tremendous.
I had a dream that my house had mice, but when I went to try and catch one, it was like the size of a rat.
Well, and I bet you weren't scared.
This is the lad last night who messages scared by a roadside because he had a puncher.
Right.
I don't know what to do.
I'm doing some of these now. Some of these
Oh, just-
Premier members are watching. David, Sonny Netherley, Brian is in Västerås, Sweden. having his starter. Ben James is in Stoke. Ezekiel is in Pennsylvania. Gareth is M6 southbound, waiting for good news. Well, just in general, at the traffic's cleared, or some Everton signings. Baza is in the beautiful English Riviera. Plenty of seagulls down here for training on Ned. Chase is in Billings, Montana. Let's get some more forwards, absolutely. Benjamin is in Shrewsbury. Gary still in Memphis, Tennessee, is like Gaz. Martin is from the MILF capital of Shropshire, Oswestry. Billy will be there. Big Bill.
Can't beat a bit of Oswestry.
Big Bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
James McKenna. Yeah.
We didn't have Seagull beef then. We just had Oswestry versus Shrewsbury beef. That's all we had.
No.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Bainey's watching in Bangor.
And that's why he works at Everton now.
James is watching from the railway in Kirby. Cameron's in Winsford. Lee says Paul is watching from Tracy in California, is likely. Aaron's in Conway. Get to the Popsy Bakery and get a nice, bring us a nice finger here, please. Paul's in Halewood, not far from us, lad. Aaron, the real seagulls are tougher than Landudno seagulls.
Just seen that. That's a shout, though.
That is a shout, that.
That's a shout, that.
Ned versus real and Landudno seagulls.
Ned takes on the seagulls of the world.
I think they
be like gladiators.
It possibly would.
Seagull ready. Ned ready.
Imagine it.
Go.
Imagine it. Well,
it would be. I don't remember Sinbad ever fighting a Cyclops in Brugge.
No.
Never happened.
Matt's watching in Dallas. Stephen's watching in Albany. Look at these places. It's tremendous. Captain Roberto is doing the dishes in Georgia.
Do any of you own hotels? What have a spare room?
Get us there. Have a little old. Zach's just messaged me and said, why is Ned fighting seagulls? That is the question, Zach. It's the question, what we all want to know.
Dave Murray says, Iwobi out for 22 million is great business. Part of a team that has averaged less than a point a game for 2 seasons, because you didn't read his name out before when you read it.
Who's this?
Dave Murray, friend of the show.
You didn't read his name out? Apologies, David.
No, so I had to read it out again.
Okay, apologies.
You get your value for money here. Thanks, Dave.
Trot man, Dave.
What time of the day should we be worried about?
11. Right on.
Like last season.
Right. Last season was 7, and then John went, we're going into administration, didn't he? Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. Right, we're on a break again. We're on a break. Very much Ross and Rachel. We're going to go and get
can I just throw this message in? I've just had a message from Zoe Edwards, but this is via Instagram. I hope it's our Instagram, not my Instagram. And she said,
I hope it's yours. If she's messaging,
she put, I think Martin who messaged before, but she's just put, Martin couldn't pull a MILF if he tried. Tell him Gav said that. I don't know why. Don't know what's really going on. We need some rumours, please, because now we're getting into territory of talking about.
Nathan's got 2 rooms for us in Perth.
Yeah, I'm not going to Australia.
It's too far.
It's too far.
Jed's watching in rainy Prague.
What's there? What's in Australia, Ned?
Rankin's Dragons.
Are they allowed to live there without someone coming and taking them? Oh, no.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay.
06 Skippy 06 is watching from Orange County, California.
Oh, nice.
Stephen's in Ontario, Canada. Joe is in sunny Elgin. Mousy 12 is Brisbane, Australia. Chris is in Runcorn. The Clay Shack is in Runcorn. Mark Woods is watching from Nonto in Italy. Or it might be Gonto. Borneo, South. And Prodigy is listening in St. Helens. Right. Oh,
Nathan B says, is there anyone in the Everton squad that Ned could take on in a scrap?
All of them.
None. Literally zero. Zero.
None.
I will tell you something
because
that is
they're all
Australia,
athletic men, and Ned isn't an athletic man.
Doesn't matter. I'm hard.
I don't.
No, I'll have them all off.
Keggers would have them every bit. Mathew's in Denver.
Keggers would just get his wellies and throw them at him.
I'd have to, except for Tarkowski and Coleman, because I like them.
Tazul, chill out. There is still over 7 hours to go. Chill. It's going to be like after 6 o'clock, things are going to start happening. So just
it's going to be like, Deal. You get a player. You get a player. You get a player.
There you go. Collis is watching from Barbados. So there you go. So, yeah. They've bid for him, doesn't mean they're getting him. They had Shea Adams the other day and he had someone else. All right. I didn't, stay. You just chill. You're hungry now. Stop it. Right. We're going to get a drink. We'll see you in a minute. 4 o'clock. Are we on this or more than a game of 4? The teleportation. Oh, hang on, Robert. Hang on. Robert on the chat, the super chat. Thank you very much. Has just signed up to Premier. Top man, Robert. Thank you very much for your support.
Tommy Tickle says Jimmy Martin's going to bat you in it.
He is. He's after you. Him and his Damien's in Miami Beach. See you in a minute.
Bye.
See you in a minute.